If you're gonna buy Frontline, you can buy Pet Armor Plus. It's the same active ingredient as Frontline. I'm at Walgreens, they sell it. Walmart sells it. It's a lot cheaper than Frontline, but it's the exact same thing. Actually, I think any of the big pet store chains sell it. Petland, Petco. It's the exact same product, and it is. It's maybe $15 cheaper. Use Pet Armor Plus.
There's a lot of products on the market to kill fleas and ticks, and they come out with new ones every year, it seems like. Some of them, there's bad reports on them. You know, there's that new collar. It's expensive and everything, and the veterinary community is like pushing these things, and I just don't find that it's real safe because it hasn't been used long enough. Frontline and Pet Armor, Frontline Plus and Pet Armor Plus, it's the same product. It's the exact same chemicals. So I've been using this product for years, and I find it highly effective. Now I've had vets been saying for almost 20 years that fleas and ticks are becoming immune to it. I don't find that that's true. What I think is happening is people are bringing in their dogs with fleas and ticks, and what's happening is that they're not putting the product on properly, or they're putting it on properly and the dog shakes it off so they don't get good coverage. I see so many times that people put the product on down the back. That's not how it's supposed to go on. If you look at the front, you're supposed to put it right between the shoulder blades. That's it. Put it on how it says to put it on. Don't put it down the back. One, because if it drips down the dog's back lower, the dog can lick it, and that's not. They shouldn't be ingesting it this way. Now these are pretty safe. I talked to the companies several years ago. I talked to Advantage and I talked to Frontline, and evidently these products don't go systemic. They stay in the top layer of dermis. That's another reason why if it shakes, you don't want it getting on you. You know, if the dog shakes it off, it can get on you, and it's an insecticide, and their skin is totally different. Riley's skin is loose. Our skin isn't like that. If Riley needed fluids, you can put fluids underneath the dog's skin. You can't do that with a human. So my suggestion is this, to keep the dog from shaking off the product, put the dog in the down position. Your dog should know how to do that anyway. If your dog doesn't know how to do the down position, you need to start training your dog. Put your dog in the down position. Riley, down. No, down. That way they won't shake. Make sure the dog stays in the down position, right? If it looks like the dog's gonna pop out of the down position, encourage the dog, like start running with the dog and go forward so that the dog won't shake. And keep the dog like preoccupied with like, Riley, Riley, something like that. See what I'm saying? Like if you had the dog just standing up, like in the whoa position, the standing position, whoa, and you put it on, a lot of times right after you put it on, they'll just shake and you're gonna lose the product. Now I have put this on, I've used this, I've put this on and Frontline on, and I've gone pheasant hunting with my dogs, and I've been peppered with ticks. I wear a white shirt, gone into heavily tick populated area, and I see ticks, I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here, because I don't want Lyme again. And hey Riley, here, and we're on the way home, you know, after we get home, I'm looking in the crate pan, and there's dead ticks. There's dead ticks, so it does work. It does work. I've had no problem with this product. It doesn't work as long for ticks as it does for fleas. Fleas, over 30 days if it's put on properly. But the recommendation is every 30 days put it on. The other thing that I'd like to say is that if you, let's say hypothetically, if Riley's parents had a house someplace that was heavily populated with ticks, you would not only use a product like this or something else, but you might also consider the Lyme vaccine. Like say, this is a hypothetical situation, but with this dog, this could happen. Say they want to buy a country home in Connecticut. Connecticut is full of Lyme. There's all those ticks up there. That's where it originated. Because Riley is a lab, and some lines of labs, like my dog Ike, when they get Lyme's disease, it shuts down their kidneys. So in that case, they would want to have the Lyme vaccine with Riley, and they would want to use this product, and that's what I do with Ike. If I get another lab, I'm definitely going to have the Lyme's vaccine, because there's this thing in labs and Goldens that they can't handle Lyme's disease. Tonka, German Shorthairs, not really a problem. If they get Lyme, you put them on antibiotics for 20 days and they're fine. But labs, you just don't have that choice, especially with Ike's. Ike's comes from a very famous line of labs. He's an Aquarius lab. And when I got him, the breeder is a vet, and she said, you have to get Lyme disease with this dog. She lost like 6 in 1 year. And then that was back when the Lyme vaccine wasn't working properly. But they took the Lyme vaccine back to the drawing board, redid it, and it's effective now. So that is an option. You got a lab or a golden, get the Lyme vaccine for sure, just in case. But if you want, this is effective. It does work. Like, say, hypothetically, they bought the house or something, didn't have time to go to the vet, like the vet appointment was in 2 weeks. They bought the house in Connecticut. They could put this on Riley and be safe for 20 days. See what I'm saying? But like, if you're living your life and you have a dog, you might forget to put this on. You might put it on after 35 days. So having that extra, the extra safety of having the Lyme vaccine, it's well worth it. The studies were done with Goldens and labs. That's why they know that they can't handle the Lyme disease. Now, are there other breeds that can't handle the Lyme? Yes, absolutely. There's other breeds that when they get Lyme, it could be a mutt, it shuts down their kidneys, and it destroys the dog. I've had Lyme. Let me tell you something. It's nasty. It's fucking nasty for a human, and it can be nasty for a dog. These products are safe and effective. They've been used for a long period of time. I've been using them forever, but you have to make sure that the product is on the dog and the dog doesn't shake it off. That's key. Put the dog in the down position. If your dog can't do the down position, have it in the standing position. As soon as you put it on, right behind the shoulder blades, not down the spine, then start walking the dog and distract the dog. Maybe you have a ball or something. Keep them preoccupied so they don't shake. After a couple minutes, the dog isn't going to shake. You got that? This is very important stuff. This product is much cheaper than Frontline. You can buy it at Walmart. Like I said, you can buy it at Walgreens. It's just as effective. Maybe those products put out by Bayer, for dogs. There's a bunch of products put out by Bayer, like the Bayer Medical, that are safe and effective. I just don't know. They haven't been around that long, so I sort of feel like, look at what they did with Vioxx with humans and Celebrex. They said it's safe and effective, and then they're like, no, this fucks you up. Same thing with Prilosec. They're saying that it causes dementia, and which is it? Is it safe and effective? Use something that you know is safe and effective, but just make sure it's on the dog. One other thing that my friend that's a vet said, she said, if you put this on the dog, remember, if you get lousy coverage and the dog shakes, it's not going to last as long. So you're going to have to put it on before 30 days to be safe. So you might have it on the dog for 18 days and reapply. She said this, like, Peter, if you're taking the dogs hunting and it's been 25 days and you're going into a heavily populated tick area with Lyme, reapply. That's what she told me. I'm not a vet. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just repeating what she told me. But if you look at this, this is 45 to 88 pounds. In other words, this is good for a skinny dog like Tonka or a big dog like Ike. See what I'm saying? There's like this big margin. It's safe and effective. It is. It's safe and effective. Use something. That's what I'm saying. And if your dog gets fleas, the bad thing about fleas is, one, they're miserable, right? And two, if they get fleas, they're also going to have tapeworms. And you'll see those on the dog's butt or in its poop. It looks like rice kernels, but it'll be moving. So you're not saving money by not using this. And then your dog has tapes, so you got to use a medication anyway. See my point? Always start using something like this in the spring and summer months. A lot of ticks are in the fall. That's when I see them the most of the time. Like I'll be pheasant hunting close to the city. Pet armor, same thing, and it's cheaper.